Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It is going to be my 10th update in my rolling project tent pan for the year. And I have decided that I am going to do my finale for this project on December 1st. And I'm gonna do all of my finales for all of my project pans in December so that I can slowly start to just not be panning products in December and kind of take a panning break so that we can just kick right back into it in January. So this will be the last update before the finale. I have a couple of products to be rolling out today, and I'm not going to, there is one product I'm going to replace, but the other product, I have two rollouts. Yeah, the other product I'm not going to replace just because I don't really have a product that makes sense to just work on for 1 month. So if you're interested in my final update before the finale for my rolling project tent pan, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I am going to save the two rollouts for the end, but everything else I'm going to go in order that I have these, that the longest product, the product that's been in the project longest will go first. So that means to kick it off, we have my Tom Ford lipstick. This is just a little mini lipstick in Indian Rose. This has been in since the introduction, and this is what we have left. Do I think I can finish this before I do the finale? I'm not 100% certain, but I literally will finish this before the end of this year. I actually had this on earlier today, but then I put on the Kosas lip oil in Jaws. But I will finish this. I do really enjoy this as a cream blush too. I just kind of need to keep this top of mind and reach for this so that I can indeed finish this before the end of the year. I'm so close, so it'd be such a disappointment if I wasn't able to finish off this lipstick. So we're close. I don't know if it will be before the finale, even though it's just that little nub. I'm like, that could take a good chunk of time. But if I use that as a cream blush frequently, like this could be an empty. That'll be, you know, that'll be the goal. Next up, I think this will be an empty by the finale. This is my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Wanderlust. And when we started, we had quite a bit of this product left. It really just is kind of scraping the sides at this point in time. I have taken the stopper out and this pretty much is dried out, but in order to get use out of it, I just lay down a glitter glue and it really does work really well. I'm so proud of myself for this product this year because I feel like I have used this so much, and I feel like if it wasn't in a project, I don't know that I would have gotten that use on it. It's kind of making me, just yesterday, I was like, ugh, do I want to purchase another Stila Glitter and Glow? It just bothers me how quickly that they dry out, but they really do add something special to a look when I feel like it's kind of dull. So I'm kind of going back and forth. I don't need any Stila Glitter and Glows. Like, I really don't. But it's so hard. Like, I could see myself purchasing another Stila Glitter and Glow, but I feel like if I do, I constantly need to keep that product in a project to continue to motivate me to use it. I do have a Glimmer and Glow that I'm planning to work on likely next year. Anyway, all that rambling to say, I do think this will be done by the finale because I really am just kind of scraping at the sides, and I do feel like I reach for that on a pretty frequent basis. Okay, this next product has been in since May, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish this eyeliner before the end of the year, but I kind of just wanted to motivate myself to use this and to see how much progress I could make. So this is my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Space Dust, and I feel like I sharpened this a couple of times this month. I've been so bad about tracking my progress. I've been not a good project or not an organized project panner the last few months, so I'm hoping maybe I have some tracked progress, and in that case I'll post the picture off to the side here. But I'm down to like what this would be like if I purchased this as a mini. This is a really nice eyeliner because it really you can pair it with warm tone looks or cool tone looks. I'm hoping maybe I could finish this next year at some point in time. It's still, I probably have a good 6 months still of like consistent use, but you know, it'd be nice to make my way through another eyeliner. I will continue to work on this for the next month, and we'll see where we end up at the end of, I was like, do we think I can make it to the 24, like the top of 24? That would be that much though. No, I don't think so, but we'll see how much more progress we can make before the finale. All right, then I have my Westman Atelier highlighting stick. This is in the shade Lit Up, and I don't think I'll finish this. I did want to finish this. This is how much I have left. I also don't want to just like use this product just to use it, because this was such an expensive product. And I already think by having this in this project pan, I've used it more than I would have. It is a really beautiful, dewy sort of product. It kind of gives that like dewy gloss, kind of wet effect without being too glowy, but it is a stickier product, and it's one of those that like your hair kind of sticks in. So it's not something I'm reaching for on an everyday basis, but I'm really happy that I have put it in this project, continue to get use out of it. We'll see where we end up at the end of this project. And then this is something that I would hope that I could finish off next year, just because I spent a lot of money on this. I don't want it to go bad, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll finish this within this year. Next up, I don't know if this will be done by the finale, but I do plan to have this finished up, or I think I will be able to finish this up before the end of the year, which would be super exciting to have another primer empty at the end of the year. This is my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. I had quite a bit of this when I rolled this in, but I have been using this so much. This is my go-to daily primer. And sometimes, like, even if I'm not wearing makeup, I will just put a primer on, and this is what I'm reaching for. So this is one of the oldest primers in my collection. I do want to work this out of my collection, and I am very confident I will be able to work through this last little bit, because I do feel like there's still some air in here too. When I'm squeezing this out, I feel like I'm having to like kind of go like this. So I anticipate this will definitely be an empty by, if not the finale, for sure by the end of the year. And I feel like I've worked my way through a good chunk of primers this year, which is very exciting. All right, and these last three products to update you on before we get into the two products that I have completed my goals on, have been in only for a few months. So at first I have my Mary Luminizer from the Balm. This did already have a pan in it, but I have grown that pan some, which is exciting. I have been reaching for this mostly as a highlight, but it is a little bit more highlighty than I typically prefer. Usually I like something a little bit more subtle. So I've struggled a little bit to reach for this, but I do know that I have expanded that pan some. It's looking a little bit crumbly, which is kind of making me a little bit nervous. No matter what, I'm gonna keep this in my collection. It's one of my oldest highlighters, but it still performs nice. I don't get hard pan or any weird things with the formula, and I'm just excited to continue to see how this can, you know, expand throughout its time with me. Perhaps next summer I need to use this as a body highlight to try and get quicker use on it, but that's my update with that. Then I have my Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 tinted sunscreen. Woo! This has been in for, this will be the third month. And these are our line markings. I have been reaching for this quite a bit and actually mixing it with my Chanel foundation. This is definitely too deep for me. Even I just recently self-tanned for the first time in a couple weeks. Even with the self-tan, I'm like, I definitely should have gone like a shade or two lighter. So I've been mixing this with my Chanel foundation. That's what I have on my face today. And I do really like it that way. I don't know that I'll be able to finish this by the end of the year. It'll be close, and my goal was to finish this and the Kosas foundation, which I finished earlier this year. I definitely wasn't as aggressive with the Kosas foundation at the beginning of this year as I should have been, although both of these foundations were definitely a little bit deeper for me, which made it a little bit difficult. I feel like I've learned a lot. Like, I don't know what I was doing in 2021 when I was purchasing foundations, or even 2022. Like, I know I was self-tanning, but like, even my self-tan shade, we were going way too deep, which typically I've been trying, like, in my head, I'm like, I thought I was purchasing like still a little bit lighter. Anyway, that's not what this is about. I don't know if this will be quite an empty by the end of the year. Hopefully, if not, I can finish it early in 2024. This has expired as of August of 2023. I believe that's because it's mostly a tinted sunscreen. I don't have any reactions or anything on my face, so I will continue to use this until I can empty it out. Again, I don't think I'll finish it by the end of the year, unfortunately. And then I have my Nabla bronzer, my Nabla Skin Bronzing. This, I mean, my packaging looks so dingy and so beat up. This is what mine is currently looking like. I worked on this for like 6 months last year. I worked on it in my whole collection project pan this year, and now I'm working on it again in this project. And I still don't see a waffle pan. I know it's a baked product, and so it goes like a little bit, goes a long way kind of. But even like up on this corner, I have so much bronzer still, and I'm like, am I ever going to finish this bronzer off? I feel like I've used this I don't know because I haven't tracked my total number of uses on this product. I feel like I've used this well into the hundreds. And I'm like, where the heck is at least the waffle pan to give me a little bit of motivation? But I'm gonna continue to work on this. Hopefully maybe I would have a waffle pan at the end of, you know, at the finale. This is something I would love to potentially finish next year. Like potentially. I have so many bronzers in my collection that like have pan, but this is definitely one of them that I would like to just, you know, I would like to finish this in 2024. We'll see though. Okay, that brings us to the 2 rollouts I have. I'm gonna do the less exciting one first, and this is one that I actually will be replacing. So I have been working on a single eyeshadow throughout the course of this year, and I did hit pan on a new single. Hopefully you can see that and it's not too reflective. This is Tara Moon's Snow Globe. I do have it as my inner corner highlight today. It's this really beautiful green shade. And I'm very excited to have added yet another pan to my single collection. I'm feeling super motivated to continue to pan my single shadows, especially into 2024. I might do a project around that, we'll see. So because of that, I don't know if I'll be able to do it because I do know that these pans actually are deceivingly deep, and I've like barely used this one at all. But I'm gonna try and use this as an inner corner highlight, like every day I do my makeup for the next month and see where we get. This is JD Glow Opal, and it's this really beautiful iridescent pink and blue sort of shade, and I just feel like it's gonna match everything I'm wanting to do with looks throughout the next couple of months. I feel like it will just be like the perfect inner corner highlight. So we'll see how much progress we can make. Again, I barely reached for this shadow at all. There's like no dip forming, but at least we can get a head start, get a dip going on that potentially. So that is the product that I'm going to be replacing my single shadow with. And then I will not be replacing this, but I'm so excited to say that I have finally finished up and completed my Dior Powder No Powder. I've been working on this since the beginning of the year. This is an empty pan. I had mixed this with my number 7 powder. Like I had mixed the 2 together to try and like franken a powder to get use out of both because I wanted to finish both off, and it looked like I was never going to finish that powder, but it was not very firmly pressed. So I found that the powder actually went quite quickly. Here's my number 7 powder, so I now have 2 powder empties, which is so exciting. But my Dior Powder No Powder literally took forever to finish up. I feel like I'm very excited to have 2 powder empties, but I haven't even gotten around to testing out the Lawless powder I purchased months ago. So I should really not buy any more powders, but it's so hard. It's so hard because, you know, I don't even get excited about purchasing new powders, but then I kind of get excited about trying new powders. But this took way longer than I thought. This was the only powder, like the rest of my powder collection, the rest of my pressed powder collection got totally neglected this year because I had been focused on this, and then I had been using the number 7 underneath eyes. I'm just so thankful that I actually was able to finish these off though, so that I do have some powder empties to share at the end of the year. I'm already so excited to film my end of year empties because I just feel like I didn't do the best. And I wasn't super excited about my 2022 makeup empties, but I feel like I have some good empties in 2023. So I'm very excited for that. I'm rambling again, you guys. That is it. Those are all of the products that I've been working on my Rolling Project 10 pan. We now have 9 products that I'm gonna continue to chug away on. We'll see where we end at the finale. We'll see how many goals we were able to hit in 2023. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.